Hi, I'm Sean Sunshine Strickland, the Strickulator, and this message response video is for Mr. Bill Nye. First off, I want to just say, when someone says first off, I just want to say, that usually means I'm going to have a disagreement, and that I like the person, and I hope, well, never mind, now you get it. So, my brain is like jumping over to Z when I should be at like K or something. Anyway, sorry, I have a little bit of cannabis in me, just a little. So, anyways, on to the point here. I know you don't believe in ghosts, but I have to tell you what happened to me, because I'm smart enough to know the difference between fake and real, simply because I'm a voice actor, and I'll explain how this goes into play with that. I was at Baker Beach, and there was this couple that were sort of my friends at the time. We were watching out for each other, and I was homeless then in Baker Beach, California, near San Francisco. In San Francisco. It feels like a separate city sometimes. It's weird. But anyway, these people, they were hurting each other, like getting to the point, like lots of aggressive, violent behavior towards one another. Not physically yet, but just words, and then it was on the verge of that, and you knew it was coming. So I was trying to intervene and stop that. But during all that time, they had a real big argument, and they did do that. And as soon as I left because they were just going crazy, and I think he ended up slapping her, hitting her on the back. And so it was like, everything after that is a big story, but another story for another day. Oh God, this is going so long. But the point is, I had to explain it this way because I think there's two things going on here. It's possible. Anyways, as I was going down the hill, all of a sudden, on my right ear, I hear on the outside, as if it was about maybe about 6 to 8 inches from my ear at one point, I heard a scream. It went like that. It sounded human, but breathy and angry and mad and upset and annoyed. And whatever it was real. It was not an auditorial hallucination. And here's where the voice acting thing comes into play. My ears are real sensitive. I can tell the difference between an internal thought, a thinking thought, which kind of sounds like sound to me, but it's not sound. And then I can see when I hear, like, I have heard things before in the past, but very, very, very rare. Usually when I'm waking up from a dream, I'll still hear something from the dream, and then my ears think I hear it. But when I do hear that sound, it's always like it's like it's in a little box, because it is. That's funny. Okay, so, right. Anyway, it doesn't sound anything like sound coming from, like, planes above, or someone speaking over here to my left or my right. Nothing. It doesn't sound like me. It sounds like a recording of sorts. But it's real enough to get your brain to be fooled into thinking that it's real. So that's why I could tell that this was not coming from me, because it had more depth. It had more perception. I heard a 3D sound going around here. Everything, I felt the vibration, and I could hear on both ears, and I feel a chill of breath almost, like energy, just like doing this number on my shoulder and my ear. So I'm thinking that the first possibility is that this is really a poltergeist, in the sense that that guy, especially, their anger and his abusive behavior was causing a manifestation of energy that was negative, that had the ability to mimic, I guess, him. Maybe it's a part of him that was chasing me off. That's really weird. So that's a very big possibility that it's, hey, X-Men, mutants. I know you like X-Men, so we can go that direction with it and say, yeah, that he has a mutant power, and that was the ability to, like, his emotions become a living manifestation. Oh, that does sound like a comic book. So that was my first thought. And the second thought, of course, is that, and this is the one I'm going with because it's the one that felt the most real to me, that it was actually a real person, a real entity because we also heard children laughing. And I'm not even kidding. And see, they heard it too. I wasn't the only one that heard the kids laughing. We all heard it together at the same time, and they said, "You hear that?" I said, "Well, the kids laughing." "What?" It sounded like little kids and a merry-go-round. So there was a sound of a merry-go-round, like, it was either a merry-go-round that didn't move very well, or a seesaw that was, like, it just made that sound, like, it made it sound like this. And it sounded, we were trying to look for, like, I was looking for, like, trees that might, I was trying to see if there's a tree or a piece of metal getting scraped. I mean, I was trying to be logical about it. You always, that's what I try to do first, unless it's, like, really freaking me out, is to try and slow down and think first. But this had no logical explanation. Zero. No reason for those sounds of children laughing and, metal grinding and wood going up and down like that. No reason at all. It's so weird. But, anyways, the whole thing was weird, and the energy coming from that thing. I guess it was a guy, I suppose, a deceased human. Whatever it was, it felt like a man, sounded like a man, and it was so disturbing too. It was like, ah! It felt like they were trying to scream right into my insides, right to my soul. It was such a weird, strange feeling, and I got so scared, and I immediately prayed and rebuked it. I know that's what you're gonna say. You're a Christian, and hey, Jesus has judged me for a long time, even now. So I'm sorry. I'm not trying to say that science will always be and is awesome, and to me, it's not separate. It's connected. So they don't have to negate each other. I can still be logical first and have faith second. I mean, why not? It's just me. But I also have a certain sense of things around me anyway. My brain is hardwired differently than other people. I don't know. I guess it's a bad thing sometimes, but you know what? It's also a very good thing. Bye.